In this video, I'd like to ask you, why are you actually learning Norwegian? What is your motivation? You might have a Norwegian girlfriend or boyfriend, or you might want to have a job in Norway, or you have Norwegian ancestors. Whatever is the reason, I think, to be honest, there is not really a bad reason. The only bad reason I can think of is in case you learn Norwegian just because somebody else wants you to. Let me tell you a short story. A couple of years ago, I had a student who was learning Norwegian with me, and she was taking one-on-one lessons, and she kept insisting on changing the teaching method every now and then. She had been living in Norway for several years. She had a Norwegian husband, she had a job, she had kids, a very settled life. But through any method we would try, we would not get anywhere. Until one day I asked her, do you actually want to learn Norwegian? And the result of me asking the question was that she canceled the course. And to be honest, that was a good thing, because I think since she had the Norwegian husband, the family, and she somehow felt obliged to learn the language, but she didn't really want to. And she rationalized it by saying, oh, I just haven't discovered the right method. But actually, the problem was at a completely different spot. So if this is your issue, maybe that you don't really want it yourself, but there is somebody else who wants you to learn Norwegian, I'd really invite you to think about whether you want to pursue it. Look, I don't want to lose you. I'm happy that you're following my channel, that you are, maybe you have bought my textbooks or my online courses, maybe you're even taking lessons with one of our teachers, which is cool, but I don't want you to waste energy on something that you're not passionate about. On the other hand, if you do want to learn Norwegian, if you have any reason by yourself, if you have a very emotional reason, I think it's somehow going by itself. Say you're in love with a Norwegian. Okay, you might be very enthusiastic about learning the language. But maybe your reason is more technical. You might want a job in Norway because the job market is good for your profession. Or you came to Norway as a refugee. If this is the case, if your motivation is more, say, technical, I would say it is very important for you to have some emotional, or to form some emotional relationship with the Norwegian language as well. That is why also we create our textbooks and online courses always around a coherent story. So that is just fun, and that you like to learn Norwegian, that you are somehow looking forward to the next lesson instead of thinking, oh my God, not another dialogue about who wants to buy a green pullover. But you can also form an emotional relationship by getting involved with Norwegian art, Norwegian literature, Norwegian music, anything that you're passionate about, anything that you find interesting about the country, about the culture, about the language. So that's my invitation for today. Feel free to take a few minutes and reflect upon why you're actually learning Norwegian. This will be helpful also in the future to know this why somehow. Share in the comments. I'm looking forward to reading your motivation to learn Norwegian, and we'll hear from each other soon.